Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I had a subscriber write a comment that made me kind of laugh. And I don't want people to think that I'm saying he's completely right, that there aren't exceptions to this, because there absolutely are exceptions, and I'll cover them here briefly. But let's talk about this for a minute. But he wrote, I love it when people talk about how crazy slash intense slash hardcore, etc. their workout was, or say things like, it was the best workout ever. Because shit like that tells me that that person isn't even on a program and is just going in blindly doing whatever they pick for that day at random. Those people also tend to make the least progress over time. All right, there is certainly some truth to that statement. And I'm not talking about just intuitive training, because intuitive training does have its place, particularly if it just happens to be what you enjoy. Like I'm doing mostly intuitive training right now without strict programming. But I also know that I will make slightly less progress as a result of that. I'm doing it purely for mental reasons because I find it more enjoyable at the moment than a structured program. But I do fully accept that it is not the best way to train. And it's important when we do things that we address that fact, that if we're doing something because we enjoy doing it more and it'll keep us more consistent, we need to know that we're doing it for that reason and not because it's actually better. Because a structured program will usually give slightly better progress no matter what. Now, that being said, he's absolutely right. People who walk in and they make those statements and you see it on their social media about how just amazing of a workout they had and how they just crushed all their numbers as if it was random, again, says that they don't have a structured program, because on a structured program, you already know ahead of time when your best days are going to be. Meaning, if you're on a program written by a good coach, they've got all your intensities kind of worked out, and they know what days, if you're planning it right and planning the recovery right, you know which days you're going to be slightly weaker, and you know which days you're going to be slightly stronger, and you're going to program the training accordingly. So it shouldn't really come as a big surprise to you that, hey man, I walked in and PR'd on 2 different lifts today. Wow, it shouldn't come out of just nowhere. It should be planned. Like your days to where you're going to try to do that are usually going to be planned ahead of time, and you have a good idea. The only difference, of course, being some novice programs, because you're expected to PR over and over and over and then back off a little bit when you fail to do so. But that's because of the linear nature of noob games. But once you get through that noob game phase, yeah, absolutely, you should have some idea ahead of time. And here's the kicker. Even if you're not on a structured program and you're doing intuitive training, it's assumed you've probably been training for years and you know your recovery patterns ahead of time. You kind of know your body at that point, and you know going in, hey, I'm going to rock this workout because I've hit my peak recovery, my peak adaptation, and it's going to go up on an upswing, and I'm probably going to pick up a rep on my deadlift or my squat or my overhead press today. Because that's where I'm at in my curve. I should have super compensated already from the last little bit of overreaching recovered, and I know it's going to go up today. Or you're going to go in and go, I know I haven't fully recovered, I'm reaching that overreaching phase, and I know I'm probably going to have a slightly weaker workout. That's stuff that you already kind of know ahead of time once you've been training a while, if you've been paying attention closely to your body's natural recovery and adaptation curve. But either way, it really shouldn't come as a big surprise to you when you have a good or a bad day, because on a structured program, it's already planned ahead of time. And on more of an intuitive program, you're generally going to know it anyways based upon your own body. And the people who just randomly seem to have these, he's absolutely right. They're not on a structured program. And accordingly, because they're not on one and they don't know their body very well yet, that's not the best combination to really make the most gains. They're probably going to make much, much slower progress than they could be. So it's an interesting observation from a subscriber I thought I would share with you guys and just kind of explain a little bit further. And I always enjoy it when subscribers who kind of understand what's going on there make some tongue-in-cheek comments like that and have a little bit of laugh about these things and give us stuff that we can discuss a little further. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.